Spread your rear.
It's the end of the fucking year.
It's the Nothing Sacred Show End of the Year edition.
AIDS attrition.
I am Cruise Control.
And I am Maxwell Silverhammer.
And it is the 30th of December, 2017, which means there's only about
dude, it's going to be weird
24
trying
hours.
saying 2018, you know?
Oh, it's not going to be weird. This year went by just faster than any other fucking year we've had so far, so yeah.
I don't know, it's just strange. Like, when I was scheduling my rides, it was like, January 2nd, 2018. I'm like, oh, shit.
Mm-hmm.
Just seems strange. By the way, folks, I'm trying a little something different, and we're fucking around with some things, and I decided to do this from my iPad today instead of from my computer. So we'll see if I sound a little different,
Yeah, and let's so first of all, since we did start it with the end of the year, let's just go back over the year. We'll go to our irks we have right now later on, but since it is the start of the show, let's just get all that out of the way of 2017. So I have a couple questions.
Okay.
And the question that I think we both know the answer to this first question is the biggest change or the biggest thing that's happened to you this year.
Well, you know what that is, man. Me losing weight.
Yeah, that your health, just in general, your health, because not just losing weight. You got off the CPAP machine because of it, but you also have been working out regularly now, every day, pretty much.
Yes. Yes. As a matter of fact, I just got off the treadmill before I called you. So
mine. Yeah, so that's big, obviously, for you. That started off in April or March.
That's huge, man.
March and April.
Well, the two biggest changes I've had, one was obviously the weight loss, which, a big health, help for my health, all that kind of shit. But also, man, having access to Uber and Lyft and, more freedom now to get around. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and the big change is you become a barfly, man. You become a bar dude. That's something that I would never have thought would happen to you, honestly. I never thought you'd be a bar dude, because you always been like, oh, fucking hanging out in that bar. Fuck that shit. I'm not going to do that. Sometimes you go down to some places and hang out, but now you're like a fucking regular, man. You're like you have your own Cheers now. So
I am, man. I'm Norm, man.
Yes, like you probably went out last night to the down there.
I did. Mm-hmm. I did. Went and hung out at the Rum Runner and the usual shit.
And just hung out for.
And I got my buddies in there, that I see all the time.
Yeah, so you got people that you hang out with now, and you're there, and you talk with them for a couple hours, and it's cool. It's like a thing you do now. On you're probably gonna go out tonight again, maybe.
Actually, no, I'm gonna go hang out with Chandelier.
Oh, that's
tonight.
right. That's right. Well, awesome. That's awesome there. So you got that. So that's a change that you never thought that I never thought you'd be going to bars. Well, I never thought you'd be a regular at a bar every weekend. Because this is an every weekend thing. This is what you do now, basically.
Right.
It's kind of replaced your nigga nights on Saturdays now. With bar night.
And you're right, because, I don't really have nigga nights. I mean, now Mac Metro has a girlfriend, so I don't really see him too often.
Oh, well, good for Mac.
I don't know if you, that's right, I didn't know if you knew that. He's got a girlfriend now, and I met her last weekend. I call her iPhone.
Mm-hmm.
So that's cool. And, obviously, G Motors moved away, some time ago.
So now
and
you have to find a new thing to do. Yeah, and then that's a good thing. And plus, it's a good thing, maybe a little bit more expensive than it used to be. But it's still, I mean, you're still hanging out and you've got people you talk to. And,
and, you're meeting friends. And so that's another positive, man. But that came about as a result of, obviously, the using the Uber and Lyft and all that kind of
just
shit.
having the ability to get out with the go-go grandma shit and all that stuff with just the ease of use for that. And that's a big thing that you had this year. Now, the big thing that I had and the biggest change that happened to me was the summer. Was obviously I became a fucking minister and married somebody. I mean, that's
crazy shit.
That's something that you would have never thought. Because you said, what?
No.
You got that high voice like, what, not what? When I said it.
That shocked the fuck out of me, dude. I got to say, that was a shock for me.
So that was a huge thing for me, and it was more profound as time went on after I did it, because I realized that I've changed their lives in a fundamental way. They are married under law, and it's because of me that they're doing. I mean, obviously they could have picked someone else, but the way I handle it, like I did the whole thing in Rhyme.
And they're still married, right?
Yeah.
No
They're
issues.
very happily married. They're in Taiwan now. That's the reason why they got married, so that they could go across the world to live there. So they're living there, and they're doing fine. They're fine. They're good. They're good match for each other. Kind of opposites.
Cool, man.
That opposite attract type thing. You know,
yeah, but it works out.
Yeah.
You know, it's like they complement each other well. You know.
Yeah, so that was my big thing, and I just kind of turned a corner in a lot of ways this year. In some, some things, I just have different views of certain things. So that was my big shift. And I've lost a little weight too. I'm not gonna lie, I've lost that 20 pounds. You know, I'm still hovering around the 200, but now I'm really gonna focus on this after the new year because holidays just. Goddamn, I just killed a shit ton of cookies on Sunday. That's for sure.
Dude, our boss has been sending down a bunch of shit for us.
God damn, dude.
Beef jerky and cookies and nuts and all kinds of wild shit.
Yeah.
Although she did give me it was like a pack of dried fruits and nuts because she knew I was doing the diet too. So I think she sent the other shit down for cracking.
Yeah, so I've been kind of just like indulging, of course, and that's kind of one reason why I went the holidays. I'm glad that it's going to be over tomorrow. Like, yes, finally a new year. I just don't. Like I've said before, I'm. Is it January yet? Was the title of our previous show, and I'm ready for it, man. I'm ready for the new, and I know that's kind of we're going to go into that. Another cool thing. So, what is the most disappointing thing that happened?
Most disappointing thing that happened this year. Fuck, dude, I gotta really think about this one because I don't know. Is there anything that was disappointing? Well, man, maybe. You know what it was, dude, is a lot of people getting sick, man. Like, my one buddy Steve, has lung cancer. That was pretty shitty. You know what I'm saying? So that was a pretty.
I didn't realize that, Steve,
hard. Huh? Yeah, he's got lung cancer, and apparently now it's in the lymph nodes, dude.
Oh man, so he doesn't have lung, does he?
Yeah, because what was fucked up is he went for the surgery, and he seemed to go through that okay. He had some issues, but got that all worked out. He had some blood clots in his lungs and just fucked up shit. And then now, I guess he's gone back for some follow-up tests, and they found blood clots, or they found cancer in his lymph nodes.
Yeah, man. So basically, it's probably he's a smoker, right?
He used to be. He will occasionally have a cigarette, especially when he's drinking.
Well, not anymore.
But not hardcore like he used to be, I guess.
I have a disappointment for you, actually, that I think is a disappointment for you this year.
Oh, really?
Yes. It's Toastmasters and various disappointments with groups. Especially because it wasn't just one Toastmasters. It was like 2 groups we went to.
That's right.
Starting
last year.
Yeah, but then it moved into this year, and this year was the year that all the stupid shit happened earlier in the year.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and see, that's you make a good point, dude, because I really thought this was going to be a shitty year, how it first was starting out. Because I had that cold when I left Oregon last year, or I want to say last year, almost last year. But I got that cold, and then, like you said, all the Toastmasterotics that was going on, and just dumb shit, dude. And the year didn't really start to get good, I don't think, until probably like March or April. So that's when things really, and it actually it turned the tide on me, man. I thought, it's going to be a shitty year. This year's going to suck. Oh, plus we had real shitty luck with interviews. Like, remember at the beginning of the year?
Yeah.
And we had people that weren't answering their phones, or that just wouldn't get back to us, and all kinds of other wild shit. So then, dude, all of a sudden, shit just. The tide changed, man.
Well, here's the soapbox, by the way. The soapbox that I'm going to jump on here real quick. Guess what? Okay. All right, so what changed your year? What made your year good? Was it some random event? Was it something that just happened and you're like, oh, lucky me, I got this? No. What changed your year? Was you deciding to change your year? Was you deciding to do something and change your habits? Yep. And it totally changed your habits. Literally changed your mindset on how food is to you. You no longer have that desperate need to swallow every fucking bite and eat every.
Well, I still do that.
Okay, but you don't have that. You don't have to swallow like 7 corn dogs. Instead, he swallowed 2 corn dogs now.
Right.
You won't fucking just eat the whole goddamn everything in front of you.
And just health too, man. Just my whole attitude towards my health. I mean, for a long time, Mac Metro always used to say, "Well, why don't you work out? You'll feel better." And I'd always be like, well, I'm not sick. What do you mean I'll feel better? That's fucking stupid. Well, now I see what he's saying, and so because I feel better. My attitude's better. I mean, we talked about that before, dude, like how my attitude was when I came to Oregon back in January versus how it was when I came this month. You know,
and it's because you've done things proactively in your own life to change that, and that's where I'm going. That's where I'm going too. That's because that's where my attitude's been much better. So my most disappointing thing this year is definitely the fact that I just got on at Amazon or at my place of work. All right, whatever. And then they changed up on me. My place of work changed my changed my my position. But hey, what are you gonna do with that? You know, but that was just like shit. Yeah.
The good thing though, Ben, is you got that job. Remember, you were wondering if you're going to get it. And,
and it's definitely okay. And next year is focusing on really. And that's another thing. I think let's go into that now because we've got the years passed, and we got disappointments. And I was going to ask what your favorite song was from the year too, if you had a favorite song or anything that.
I don't know, man. I got a few that I like this year.
Yeah, mine is 30 Seconds by a group called Vinyl Theater. I think I showed you some stuff by them before. But this is called 30 Seconds. It's a song of my summer. It kind of just fits my mindset. So that's my song of the year. Movie of the year, definitely not Star Wars. Don't see that shit. It's a piece of shit. Fucking shit.
Let me see. My movie of the year. I like Get Out, actually, dude.
Get Out or Straight Outta Compton, right? Wasn't that this year? Or is that
No, Straight Outta Compton was last year.
Holy fuck, that was last year.
Yeah, actually, no. You know what, dude? It may have been 2 years ago now.
No, that was had to be 2016. It could not have been before that. I can't because I remember it had to be 2016.
I thought it was 2000. Maybe it was 2016.
It had to have been. If not, then fuck no, because we had the show we're going then when it was on. And it was in 2015.
No, I wasn't doing. Oh, that's right. I wasn't doing the show at All Talk anymore, huh?
And that, yes, and so we were. It was definitely 2016. I am not that fucking crazy. So
okay.
I don't have a best movie.
Shit fly. Yeah. You know how it is, man. Yeah. You're like, whoa, fuck, that was 2 years ago already.
I thought it was this year. So fuck. But anyway, so I don't. But here's the thing. I know you wanted to go into this because we're talking about next year, and now we do this all the time. It seems like every year. There's people that just try to base their lives around the changing of a date, and it's not really going to change anything.
Yeah, like, it's going to be my year, it's going to be good this time, and they're making these crazy predictions, and that's kind of retarded because you really can't do that, because obviously, as we said, the year changed. Well, at least for me. 3 months in, it wasn't like, you can't just base it on, it's going to be a shitty year. I got sick or something, and so this year's going to suck, or whatever.
No, it's self-changing. It's self-motivating. It's not like it's just the year's going to change, the whole outlook's going to change. You've got to change yourself. And I'm glad because Scott, my bro got his, got a CPAP. And he said, I saw last night, he said, I got a really good night's sleep last night. So
See, I wrote him on Facebook. I was like, hey, dude, if you're having any issues, because I have another friend who just got, I must have been inspiring niggas left and right or something, man, because I got this other friend who, same thing. He's wanting to get on a CPAP because he's having issues, So, I showed him mine. I kind of briefed him a little bit. Well, I guess he went through the same thing I did, where, remember when that first week when I was like, dude, this fucking thing sucks. I hate it. So I talked to him the other night. This is what prompted me to text you. To tell him, hey man, if your bro has any issues, have him give me a call, because I just talked to my buddy. He's like, oh dude, I took it back, man. I was like, you took it back? And he's like, yeah, man. He's like, I just was not sleeping with that thing. And I was like, man, you just gotta, you gotta get used to it. You gotta adjust it to make it comfortable for you. You can't just give up on it.
And I think that's another thing that you've learned is because you were about to give up on it. You were like, fuck this thing, right?
Oh yeah.
Then I'm like, dude, just don't do it. This is your health. And I kind of got on you for it because I was like, dude, you can't just give up on this shit. This is your fucking health. So you just got to get used to it, just like anything else. And it's kind of like the same thing with my job, is because my position is kind of shit, but I'm also getting used to it now. And I'm like, all right, well, I'll deal with what I need to deal, and I don't really give a shit anymore because it's not really the greatest job in the world. So it's like I kind of trying to that worrying and getting all that shit, just worrying about shit you can't do anything about. It's like the habit we talked about, the bad habit of worrying. So
that's the other thing, man. Yeah, and I do work. I don't know why, dude, but as you get older, your confidence in yourself is just kind of drops, dude. You're not as confident.
Well, you know how fucking stupid you are. It's because you keep learning, and you're like, God, I'm fucking dumb. Why do I keep making these fucking mistakes? Why do I keep thinking the same shit? And I keep telling myself, and then I go back to doing what I'm doing, Why do I get drunk off wine and fucking order a goddamn, dating service subscription. Like, why do I just get drunk on
hey
wine?
Now, goddammit.
Well, why do I just get drunk on wine and the next day I wake going, why did I do that? There's no reason to drink. I did it, and then a week later I'm like, wake up again. Why did I do that? There's no reason to do.
Yeah, that's how it is, man.
You just learn, man. You learn how fucking retarded you are and how much shit you got to learn. The more you learn, the more you realize how much you have to learn.
One more kick-ass thing that happened this past year is I did more traveling, dude. I actually went out to Rochester, and that was fucking awesome. Mm-hmm. And did that whole thing. That was another, because that's something else I wouldn't normally do. Yeah.
And you'll do more of that as well. This year you'll probably get out more and.
I'm already planning that. Yeah.
Seeing more shit and doing more shit, and and you just opened up a little bit, man, and gotten more healthy and more active, and you're doing different things, and you were kind of forced to because all your friends left. So you're like, I got to do something, because for a while you're like, what the fuck am I doing here? I'm just sitting around, I'm bored, and you're like, fuck it, Tom. You go down to the Rum Runner, and boom, now you're a barhead, dude.
Yeah. Well, and some of it, like you said, it had to be forced, like the diet. Obviously, that was my mom. She was the one that said, hey, if I get you this Nutrisystem, will you use it? And I'm like, I'll try it. And but fuck, dude, that was pretty cool.
And you also you really learned how to cook this year too, a lot more.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I had been doing that for a couple years, with the cooking.
Yeah, but that's just like something kind of came in with all that together too. It's like you just do more shit. Like that's my one thing I'm going to focus. I like the new year. I like to focus on things and try to get an idea of what I want to improve. Like, and I've got this pressure cooker, this Instapot that I'm going to start using. So I'm going to start really making some like barbecued meatballs like we had on in Oregon, and just other things like that. Make little sandwiches and things like that. So.
Man,
something that I'm going to focus on as well. So
that's pretty cool, man. Well, too, and you don't always want to make your goal at the beginning of the year. That's what a lot of people do too. They're like, I'm going to make this New Year's resolution, but man, just sometimes you just stumble on shit.
Yeah, and you just got to have long. Just got to kind of take what happens, and got my improv group still. I got a lot to be thankful and happy for, a lot to work with. So. That's where I'm going with that. So now I don't have much more shit to talk about. Honestly, I just wanted to kind of introspect on just those main things. But I assume you do have some shit that you would like to irk on here, or like some stuff.
Not too much, man. It's been pretty. Although the one weird thing, dude, is I don't know if you're feeling this way, but to me it just doesn't feel like New Year's, Christmas or New Year's, you know what I'm saying? It's like, doesn't feel like that time of year for whatever reason to me.
It does. It did for me, like, because they, on Christmas and stuff, because they played a lot. But I played a lot of New Year's, Christmas music on that time, so it kind of got Christmas over Christmas.
Oh yeah.
And so I've been going to the grocery stores, and obviously the fucking Salvation Army chicks out front ringing her dumb bell, and then it's been cold, and then the Christmas music in the store. Thank God that's over. But I think part of it is, and we actually talked about this on Christmas, at the Ranger Resort, we all talked about how really the holiday for me was back when my family and you guys, when everybody came out.
That's what I'm saying. That's when I felt Christmas happened. So maybe that's the
because
reason
that was
me,
the
dude.
Big emotional blah, like a big emotional ejaculatory fucking spew fest, dude.
Yep.
Although
And it felt like Christmas. Everybody was together. Everybody was hanging.
But it was really kind of an emotional, like, impactful time, and the tree was there already, and it was after Thanksgiving, and kind of like right where that holiday time, and it just kind of drained. Like Christmas was like a formality, like, all right, it's Christmas, okay, we'll hang out.
Yeah, right. Like we already had our Christmas, so it's kind of like you celebrated, you're done. Kind of like how Jewish people have their Hanukkah and then they're finished. I forget when their shit starts or ends or whatever.
Well, it was like ours. It was like the big wad was blown wad. It was like the emotional, like, holiday. Like, that's the trip. That's when you're traveling. That's when when we had a big party. And it was just a big celebratory thing. While it kind of just made the rest of the month kind of like, oh, okay.
Right. After that, it's like, well, our holiday happened already. Kind of, and it's not a bad thing. It's actually, I feel like I actually had a Christmas this year. Mm-hmm. That's the thing. So it's not like, it's just right now, I have to keep reminding myself, oh shit, tomorrow's New Year's Eve. That's right. Kind of thing. So
yeah.
it just doesn't feel that way.
Do you have any plans tomorrow?
Yes, sir. Actually, I got a lot of shit going on tomorrow. I'm going to meet Steve at the Rum Runner. Well, then there's this other girl in my podcast group, and we've been talking a little bit. And I guess first I asked her if she wanted, because she lives actually not far from me, and we'd been talking and texting a little bit. So I told her I'd go to the Rum Runner, and I said, well, maybe we'll have to go there and get a beer. Well, I texted her the other night, and I said, hey, do you want to meet us there? We're going to be there on New Year's Eve. And she's like, yeah, that sounds good. Well, then last night she called me and said, hey, listen, I'm going to be having a party at my house, so I'll come to the Rum Runner for a little bit, but did you want to come to my party? And I'm like, okay, you mind if my buddy comes too? And she's like, yeah, that's fine. That means more people. So, yeah, dude, I think she's going to meet us there, and then Steve, I guess we're going to roll.
Don't get him
What's
started
up?
on politics there. Just tell him to hold off on that shit, man.
Yeah, he does need to mellow out with that sometimes. When he drinks, he gets too into the politics and all that kind of crazy shit. So, and I don't know, man. She's a chef, so she might hang around with a lot of artsy motherfuckers. I really don't know what kind of people she associates with. I would assume it would be those kind of people.
Yeah, well, have fun. Have fun tonight. That should be fun tomorrow night. You go there to the Rum Runner first, and then you'll go to the park. Like, how long are you going to hang out there?
At her party?
Well, you got to be at midnight at least, because that's where the whole point. But
well, that's what I was going to. Although Steve, see, this is the thing, because I said, hey, man, just set your ride up for midnight. We'll have to get him back to the Rum Runner so he can get his bus. Yeah, man, he was saying, well, I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it to midnight. He's an old fucker, so you know how that goes, dude. So,
well, plus he's got some shit going on with him, so
Yeah, being sick, you don't feel you're not up for it all the time.
Guess what I'm doing?
What are you doing, man?
Absolutely fucking nothing. I am not doing it. I have to work tomorrow, so I got a full day of work, and then after that, I'm just gonna chill out, and then I got Monday. I'm gonna wake up clean and feel good. No out tomorrow, nothing. Just gonna wake up on Monday. Then I got improv Monday afternoon, so Monday evening, my first improv on New Year's Day for the year. It's a Monday.
Oh, okay. Started off with a bang.
And and there I'm just gonna roll, but I'm just gonna enjoy not doing shit, honestly.
All right. Well, hey, man, that's cool. I see. I'm still in that mindset of, oh, it's New Year's, I got to do something.
Yeah. See, I don't. I was thinking about going over to the resort again, but then someone had to come get me and then bring me back on Monday, and it's like, I mean, if something comes up and they go, hey, dude, come on over, and someone wants to come grab me, I'll do something, but I get off at 7, so it's like, I mean, it's not that late,
right.
But
you're not going to call them and be like, hey, guys, what you doing tonight?
What you doing, So, yeah, I'm not going to worry too much about it.
That's funny. Oh, I do have a few little irks, dude. A few little things.
So let's go into these little irks at the end of the year. Kind of appropriate that we don't have a lot of irks at the end of this year, because it's been overall. Let's just go. Overall, it's been a good year. I'm not going to say it hasn't. For me, it's been in not just in terms of money or anything like that, but just in terms of just my mindset. It's been a good year. I've progressed in my own mind. I'm better off than I was a year ago, in my opinion. So.
Oh, fuck yeah. Definitely. Mm-hmm. It's pretty crazy how shit changed like that. But, all right, well, the first irk, dude, is our buddy G Motors, all right? His imaginary girlfriend. So, dude, okay, him and I were just getting done talking about chain letters, because we have a mutual friend that always sends these stupid fucking chain letters all the time on Facebook. And so I was like, yeah, dude, that shit's gay. He's like, yeah, fuck that shit. That shit's fucking lame. And so, I think it was like 2 days before Christmas, dude, I see he sent me a message, and it's one of these, it's a Christmas wreath, pass it on, all this shit. So I write him and I go, dude, I was like, no, you're sending this gay shit? I was like, what the fuck, man? Why are you sending this shit? So then he writes me back, goes, oh, I didn't send it, man. Sabrina sent it on accident. Her phone was acting up.
On accident? Like, why would she have your account? Yeah, dude,
right.
whatever.
Yeah, that's what. See, well, then it just goes to show he knows jack shit about technology.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, which is kind of funny, dude, because he knows engines and shit left and right.
Yeah. But it's convenient because that's mechanical. That's not theoretical. That's like this part fits in here, and the liquid goes down this tube into here. That's like
right.
That's what he's very good at. That physical, like matter of fact, practical shit. Right in front of him. But it's just kind of funny. And it was really convenient to have a girlfriend that you can blame all your shit on.
Well, that's it. You know, you can blame her for shit you did.
She accidentally said it on her phone. What the fuck is her account?
There's a part 2 to this. He sent something out on Christmas, and I was like, oh, it was another one of these, you know, gay ass fucking things. And so I was like, dude, stop sending me this gay shit. I told you I hate this shit. And I was like, did you get ass raped or something? So then someone writes me back from his account, and they say, sorry, I'm the one who sent it. Jeff didn't send this. And I was like, oh, hell no.
It's great. Imaginary girl to blame on, you know, you can blame all your shit on. That's fucking
great.
Man,
I got to start doing that, man.
Just make up some chick, and then she's also obviously very controlling to have his account on her phone.
Right.
Like, why doesn't she have her own account? She doesn't have her own account. She's using his. Like, damn, dude, that's controlling, man. You don't even have your own?
Yeah, exactly. That's a possessive bitch. She must want to see who you're talking to and all kinds of other stuff, you know? Hey, maybe that's what I should say to him next time. Hey, dude, I find it a little suspect that Sabrina gets into your Facebook account, man. You know, dude, you might want to think about dumping her, dude. She sounds kind of possessive.
Yeah, seriously,
you know?
man. I mean, it's your business, man. You need to have some testicles, man. He's like, see what he fucking does. That's great, dude. That's funny. It just goes to show, man. Yeah.
It's
long running, dude. Sabrina, Sabrina.
You know, and it's kind of like, you know, I've thought about like going down to visit him, you know, because I did go see Sluggo last year, and you know, I'm wanting to do more travel, but fuck, dude, he just seems bored as fuck, and I'm like, what? You know, what would be the point of going there, man? It would probably just be kind of lame, you know.
Well, you just sit around and watch TV, probably, and just.
Well, yeah, I could do that at home.
Hang out, but you know, you might want to, because, or maybe have him say, "Hey, dude, come on out, and you can hang here for a couple days."
I've done that a few times. I've been like, "Hey, man," because he's talked about coming out here, and he said he was going to come out. I think it was like last April or something, and then that fell through, and he didn't have the money. You know, there's always something with money with him.
Mm-hmm.
When you know when he can buy like a new car, you know, which he did, by the way. He bought a 1992 Camaro that he's been working on, or some crazy shit. So, you know, when he can do that, yet he can't, you know, he doesn't have the money to come out here. It's a little bit suspect.
Pretty much.
But the other thing I was going to say is, okay, so my mom has an old friend, and, you know, she has a kid.
Oh, okay.
No, don't. Although I thought about
it. Of course.
You know,
you
know my mindset too well. But
okay, she has an old friend with a kid.
Yeah, well, he's not a kid now. He's like Kraken's age. Well, probably like 23, maybe a little younger than Kraken.
Well, he's still a kid. No, he's not.
No, he's an adult.
But yeah, well, not in
today's
age.
Here's the thing. I guess he went to college in Santa Cruz, and he's kind of turned into like a hippie type dude, you know, and like he had a business. He might even still have the business where he was selling weed pipes online, you know. And so, you know, hey, he's got his little business. Well, I guess his mom doesn't really approve of it, of course. And he doesn't really have a place to live right now. He's kind of been couch surfing. So we were going to go out to dinner with him. And I think my I don't know if it was my mom or his mom that wanted my brother and I to kind of do an intervention with this guy. You know, like, hey, buddy, you better pull your shit out, you know. And, dude, I met the kid, and he's actually really cool. You know, and he's actually pretty smart. And I was kind of telling him, man, I was like, dude, you know, like at one point I had to piss, so I asked him if he could take me to the bathroom. Oh, and my brother didn't show up. He didn't want to. He was like, dude, I just don't want to be around that kind of shit, you know. But actually he's not. And I thought he was going to be kind of more of a stoner type dude like how my brother was, you know, back in the day. But he actually was very charismatic and cool. And, you know, we talked about music and all kinds of shit. And finally I was telling him when we went to the bathroom, I was like, dude, I said, I know your mom's been up your ass trying to get you to, you know, find some direction or whatever. I was like, in a lot of cases, man, you don't even know where the fuck you're going to end up. You know, you're just going to, you kind of just fall into shit, you know, I mean, instead of, and that's the thing going back to what we were saying earlier about, you know, shooting for a goal. You know, everybody's got to shoot for a goal. Fuck all that. Just let shit happen.
Yeah,
like
live in life and don't work, because that just causes you to worry, and then you get depressed when you don't fit the goal. I'm here.
Shit.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Hold on.
I can hear you. You're still on, man.
Fuck.
What the fuck are you doing?
I don't know. I couldn't hear you for a second.
Was maybe the thing was someone was trying to call you maybe or something? Who knows?
I don't know. I can hear you now. That was strange.
Yeah, that was interesting. But anyway, but let shit happen. Let shit go. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yes, I can hear you.
All right, dude. That's why next time we'll use a desktop again. So, fucking stand there holding.
I was spearminting. That's all, man.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It works. It sounds okay. You'll notice a little difference, but it doesn't. You definitely can hear you. But yeah, okay. So it's you're right. He just needs to live, and it's kind of funny. The parents are probably thinking, yeah, they're gonna go in there and tell him, listen, little buddy, you need to get and you're like, dude, just don't worry about it, man. Just let your shit. Yeah. Just do what you need to do. The only thing that I would say is, but you need to get on your own 2 feet and get yourself a fucking income so that your parents can't say shit to you. Because if you're living there, and if you're living under their roof, that's their rules. That's
the thing. He's not, dude. He lives in Santa Cruz, and he just kind of goes back and forth to friends' houses, and that's where he's living right now. But
he's figuring shit out, man. He's figuring out life, and once he figures it out, you're like, this kid's smart. He's gonna figure something out for himself, and he's gonna take care of his business. And if he doesn't, then he's. So who was there at this dinner? Just you?
It was me, my mom, and my mom's friend and her son.
Yeah.
And and she, this is strange too. All right, man. This is what I think the mom's trying to kind of micromanage his life, because I guess he was dating this girl who was closer in age to him, and they decided they didn't want to date anymore. So now that girl is living with his mom. I guess she's kind of taken her in, and now he's actually found a new girlfriend who's like in her 30s, that's out there in Santa Cruz where he is.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a little bit strange. I don't know why the mom has taken on this new kid.
Yeah, dude, fuck that. This is what I would say. I would have said to the kid. I would have said to the mom probably too. I said, listen, he's 23. He's doing what he's going to do. Deal with it, bitch.
Yeah,
not bitch.
Well, exactly.
Deal with it. Just deal with it. Just stop. You're not a factor right now. You are no longer important at this point in his life. I mean, obviously you're the mom and you're important because of the mom, but in terms of his life and his shit, your opinion doesn't mean fucking jack. At 23, no. Sorry. I mean, I'll be like, yeah, my opinion, mom. No, he's probably. And the more you micromanage, the less it's gonna matter because he's gonna be like, get the fuck off me. I'm fine. I'm living life. I'm figuring shit out for myself.
Yep.
It's not your job to figure. That's what mommies do. You got to figure it out for them. No.
You got to learn from your own mistakes, man. You can't have somebody doing shit for you all the time.
And I actually got to agree. I got to agree with your bro. I'd be like, dude, you want me to come and try to fucking rah this dude? I'd be like, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not your fucking mouthpiece, and not your tool to use. It's all right. That's why I'm glad you just finally said, listen, dude, just do your own thing, man. Just do your shit. And he was like, okay. He was like, yeah.
He was cool. He goes, I think the big thing is she has a problem with that I don't have a place to live. And I said, yeah. I said, well, she'll get over that, dude.
And that'll change. If you ask him, hey, do you plan on being this way a year from now, 5 years from now? If you do, maybe you want to get.
If he's happy,
but if you do, and you're not happy, then you need to figure out and get yourself a place because you can't just freeload and mooch off people all you want. Because you can say, hey, for hobby, dude, you've lived at this guy's house for 3 weeks, haven't given him a cent, and then you went off somewhere else, and then you live somewhere else for 3 weeks and give them. No, that's shitty right there. If you're gonna get yourself some goddamn, you got to have some kind of baseline for yourself. Or else you have no real place to talk from. Yeah, Mom, I'm doing great in my life. All right, who did you sleep at last night? Well, they kicked me out because I didn't give them raw. All right, well, you're a fucking loser then, and I'm going to tell you that, and I'm not going to respect you as your parent. Now, do you want that? If that's what you want, that makes you happy. That's great, but you're also dicking over people, so just so if you have a base like, yeah, Mom, I got a place. What do you do with yourself? Mom, I got a place. I feed myself. Fuck off.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, here's what's funny. All right. So she's bitching at her son about having no direction, and she says at one point, "Well, I think I'm going to go to cooking school in Italy." That's what his mom wants to do now.
Yeah.
That's her new thing. She wants to move. So at almost 70, she wants to move to to Italy and go to cooking school.
Great, awesome. That'd be fucking great. But the point is that you're doing your own shit and he's doing your own. At some point, at the 18-year point, that's when you break off. You know, it's like,
right.
You have no other control, so you just better just deal with it. And you know, having people come in to intervene, man, that's. I would have been like this. I would have been, no, I'm not doing that. But you, of course, you're the helper, dude. You're fucking Captain Community.
Well, here's the thing. I was going for the entertainment. That's what I was telling my brother. Probably. I said, I'm not going for intervention. I'm going for entertainment. Mm-hmm. And he's like, well, you have fun. And I'm like, oh, I will. And so, yeah, dude, I just was going to see what kind of dude he was. And fuck, dude, he's a real cool kid. He's really smart. You know, it sounds like he's really involved with, you know, like, well, I guess we were talking about Bitcoin a little bit and, mm-hmm. you know, some other things, you know, and so it sounds like he's got some ideas of things he might want to do and get involved with.
One of those isn't to jump on the corporate treadmill yet, and I don't blame him because it's not it's a lonely
actually sucks
and doesn't take you anywhere. Yep. So.
Yep.
Enjoy what you can while people will tolerate you doing that. So, you know, because sometimes, because in a while, people are going to look at, dude, you've been living in my house for fucking off and on for 2 years, and you're going to start doing, because I'd be like, all right, you're paying some money to me, motherfucker.
Well, I think he does. I think he was saying he does give him, because he said it's much cheaper, because I think he just gives him a little bit of money, you know, like, to let him stay there or something, you know.
Yeah, and maybe he probably has ideas and is doing things on the internet that he can't even talk to his parents about, his mom, because she would go, why you mean Bitcoin? You think about the thing? You know. Dude probably has a shit ton of money in Bitcoin, is nurturing some shit in there, or doing some other things that aren't the normal traditional way of doing things, because tradition is out the window at this point, you know. So.
Right. Well, he's learning too, man. Yeah. This is the thing where you learn. You know, you know, you got to learn if this is going to be shit or if it's going to be something that's going to be great. Yep. You know, and you know, just kind of build your own thing from there.
That's
that's
the theme of this show, man. Build your own shit, deal with your own shit, and progress in your own way in your own time, and that's all you really need to do. That's all you can really do for yourself, you know. And I think that's a perfect place. Do you have anything else here?
That's it, man. I'm done.
So as that's the lesson of this year and of every year, actually, is just do your own shit, take care of your own business.
Handle your business. Don't let your business handle you.
And you all have a happy fucking New Year. It is the 30th of December, 2017, last show of the year. I am Cruise Control.
And I'm Maxwell Silverhammer. And
that's the story there, bitches. Yeah, every New Year, motherfucker. Hitting rockin' Negroes, looking at all women in the fucking front of the top of Trump. Yeah.